Hello everyone, you're on the Crypto Muffin channel, and in this video I will share my opinion on the cryptocurrency market, provide forecasts for 2024 and 2025, and justify my position with examples from the past and current news. But before we begin, I want to clarify that I am not a financial advisor, and the information in this video is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. First, I want to briefly explain the 4-year Bitcoin cycles for those who are unfamiliar. The thing is, every 4 years Bitcoin undergoes a halving, which means the mining rewards is reduced by half. So far, there have been only 4, including the latest one that took place in April 2024. After every halving, there has been significant price growth in Bitcoin, as well as in altcoins. I am confident that after the halving that occurred this year, the crypto market is in for a big growth. Although a popular theory now suggests that everyone already knows about these cycles, so the market won't grow. Otherwise, everyone would get rich. I disagree, and here's why. The reduction of the reward by half is a mechanism invented by Satoshi Nakamoto's team, or Nakamoto himself if you are a believer in that theory, to ensure the constant growth of this asset. If the price did not rise while the reward decreased, mining would no longer be economically viable, and Bitcoin would be finished. But that is not happening. Even though everyone knows about the cycles, in reality it's not that simple, because market movements are driven by psychological patterns of human behavior, specifically greed and fear. That's why all those triangles and other technical analysis figures actually work, though I'm not a big fan of them. I'm more of a fundamentalist. Overall, trading would be easy if it weren't for emotions like greed and fear. But since we are human, our psychology is such that when we experience strong emotions, the parts of our brain responsible for logic shut down. This is why we want to buy at the market peak when we should be selling, and we don't want to buy at the market bottom when we should be buying. The market is structured so that someone has to lose for others to profit. Let's look at the chart on CoinGecko. Here we have the oldest Bitcoin chart, where we can see that after each halving there was significant growth. Next, we will move to the TradingView chart. While it does not have data for the first halving, we can calculate how much Bitcoin grew after the second and third halvings. I use a logarithmic chart because a logarithmic scale shows long-term growth trends and resistance levels more accurately than a linear chart. After the second halving, Bitcoin grew nearly 37 times, and after the third, almost 7 times. This time Bitcoin may grow less, perhaps 3 to 4 times, but I'm not making that prediction. I'm more interested in the growth of altcoins, because investing in altcoins can yield hundreds or even thousands of % profit. For example, in the last cycle, Ethereum grew 54 times, Atom 40 times, and Solana 250 times. I don't think these altcoins will experience the same massive growth, but the new ones might. These are the ones I'll be looking for, and I'll make videos along the way on this channel, so subscribe if you have not already, and hit the bell so you don't miss new videos. I also recommend checking out my previous 2 videos on small and mid-cap altcoins that I have already found and added to my portfolio. Links are in the description. Now let's talk about how to recognize when Altseason begins. A Bitcoin dominance chart can help us determine this. When dominance declines for a considerable period, Altseason happens. For example, From January to November 2021, Bitcoin's dominance dropped, and during that time we saw significant growth in altcoins. Let's look at Ethereum's chart. It rose sharply during that period, as did Solana. All the altcoins with serious technologies and teams behind them behaved similarly. Even the first meme coin Doge saw a significant rise during this time. Currently, Bitcoin's dominance is around 57%, and it may continue to rise or move sideways, with altcoins gradually growing. But the most significant growth will happen when dominance begins to fall sharply, indicating that liquidity is flowing into altcoins, leading to their explosive growth. I think the peak of this growth will be around mid-2025. At this moment, Bitcoin and altcoins are in the correction stage of the cycle, which is traditionally followed by significant growth. Since the halving has already happened and the peak is expected by mid or late 2025, now might be the optimal time to buy Bitcoin and altcoins before the next growth phase. I also want to talk separately about Ethereum. Right now, it's popular to dismiss Ethereum as outdated and technologically insufficient for today's demands. And to some extent, that's true. But I have the following arguments in favor of Ethereum's growth. Ethereum transitioned to a proof-of-stake consensus algorithm, significantly reducing energy consumption, making the network more eco-friendly, which could make it more attractive to institutional buyers. After the transition to proof-of-stake, Ethereum burning became an integral part of the network. The EIP 1559 protocol, introduced in 2021, reduced emission, which lowered inflation. At times, we have even seen deflation. In my opinion, by 2025, this reduced supply combined with increased demand could create scarcity, leading to a significant increase in the token's value, especially since the narrative around airdrops is shifting towards liquidity attraction, often in the form of staking Ethereum for points, which are later exchanged for tokens of new projects. I also believe that the news about the approval of spot ETF trading for Ethereum has not been fully priced in by the market yet. It's quite possible that Ethereum will become the driving force of this season, attracting most of the liquidity, which will then flow into other altcoins after Ethereum's significant growth. It's worth noting that Ethereum makes up more than half of my investment portfolio. In the next videos, I'll talk about the other altcoins in my investment portfolio, particularly meme tokens. So subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you found this video helpful. That's all for now. Good luck!